All right. Hello, everybody. For those of you that are new, my name is Tyler. I'm the treasurer. Just, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Jonathan. I am the vice president.
Uh, that's just a quick hello. But what we're going to go over today for the first part of this meeting is we're going to talk about how to make a page for your game on itch.io and thus how to submit it to the game jam through itch.io. This is just because oftentimes during jams, especially the 49-hour jam, when people jump into that and haven't really done a jam before, it'll get to the last couple hours and they'll still be working on their project and they won't have an itch.io. And there's even some cases where someone finishes their work and then isn't able to make their page in time, or something goes wrong with submitting, or because everyone's submitting something, especially in bigger jams that have thousands of people, if everyone is submitting last minute, there's going to be connection issues and the queue is going to be too big and it's just not going to get submitted in time. That being said, you can submit your itch.io page before you're done with your game and before the jam is over. So it's recommended to, at some point, that's why we're doing this 2 weeks before this is over, to make your jam page and upload it and submit it to the jam before you're actually done with the project. Because worst case scenario, if for some reason you don't finish your game or you decide not to upload it, you can remove it from the jam, and or if you forget to remove it from the jam, then there's just no game there, and so you're just not going to get any score, and so you're going to be at the bottom of the leaderboard. So no harm done. So there's no reason not to go ahead and make your page and submit it. That being said, we're going to walk through how to do that using the official game developers itch.io account. Um, so what you do is you go in the top right and you bring down your drop down menu and you upload new project. That's going to bring you to this page, which pretty much it sums up everything you need to do. If you have reading comprehension skills, you can follow these step by step and you can see that you need a title for your thing. In which case I'm just going to put test, because this is just a test. I am going to be actually uploading this to the jam and then later removing it. Again, just to show you guys all how it works. Project URL, you can actually define a URL if you please. I don't know if there's any rules to this. I assume, like any other URL, there are rules. But usually it's just the same name as your game. So you don't need to be too specific. Short description, I'm just going to write ignore, but you can put any sort of descriptions you want. This is just kind of your tagline, which means that when the game shows up, either in a list of your projects or in a list on the game jam, it's going to have your picture that you upload. If you upload a picture, it's going to have your title, and then under that, it's going to have your little tagline. So usually this is a rough, not even a full sentence summary of whatever your game's about, something to just grab attention mixed with your picture. Um, and also this is a jam, and so really a lot of people are going to play these from the club, and possibly outside. We're still working on that. But so it's your game will likely get played anyway, but this, for the sake of just kind of design in general, if you want to make a game on itch.io and you want it to do well and you're just being a solo dev and you're not really advertising anywhere, your best chance is have a good picture, have a good tagline, make people see that and go, "Ooh, I'm interested." That's a whole other science of making games situation. So, of course, classification. Itch.io doesn't only allow you to upload games, it allows you to upload a bunch of things. And so obviously we're making video games, so you don't need to change anything here. Kind of project. This depends on what you are making. Uh, if Unity 3, I didn't know this was a thing, but I've not seen that before. That must be new. Or it's just been a while since I've uploaded a game to itch.io. Yeah, I don't know. But for the most part, it's going to be downloadable unless you're exporting to WebGL. Depending on the engine you're using, then maybe you will be using some form of HTML, or Flash if you're still using Flash. Uh, but yeah, just select the one that you're doing. Also, I did not mention this. All of this can be changed later. When you click save project, that does not mean you cannot undo anything that you did. You can always go back and edit it. You can always go back and change it. And then release status, if you are still making the game, you're going to want to do in development because you are still making the game and you need to reflect it so. And You can switch it to released when you're done, or if you feel like you're not done with this project, even at the end of the jam, and you want to keep working on it, which sometimes is the goal of a jam, is to develop a good prototype. You can keep it in development. Again, this just reflects whatever your project is at the moment. So I'm gonna say on hold because there is no project here. Uh, Pricing, the default is $0 or donating. Uh, but you can make people pay for your project. I don't know why you would ever do that for a game jam, and we I don't think we can accept like paid submissions because we're not going to be like, yeah, everyone pay for this game and play it so you can rate it. No, it's just another case where you're just not going to get points because people aren't going to pay to play a jam game. uh, or you could just select no payments if you don't even want the option of people donating to your account or whatever. But most games on itch.io you'll see are $0 or donate just because if someone wants to be nice and give you a little bit of a donation, they can do that. And then you have a much longer description. This is what'll actually show up on your page. I don't know. I'm just going to type longer description. Just for when this is made, we can actually see everything. Description, genre, you can specify your genre if you want. A lot of these you can leave blank. I don't recommend it because I like to have a nice developed itch.io page. Um, but you can just leave this stuff blank if you want. But same thing with tags. This is one of those situations where you want to fill it up with as many, like in any other social media, you want to fill it up with hashtags, you want to fill it up with buzzwords that when people are looking up certain things, it'll show up for, or your thing will show up in those searches. Um, this is new as well, but if you are using generative AI in your project for any reason, uh, I don't think we have a stance on generative AI in terms of if you can or can't use it. I think the general consensus is just don't make an entire game that's just generative AI because then you didn't make it. You just generated it. Uh, and like the whole point of this is to learn how to make a thing. Um, anyway, that's new. You guys specify. So make sure to specify. Then you can add links to whatever. Again, that's not going to matter for a jam game. Uh, Custom noun.
Hello, I am the vice president. You probably couldn't hear me before because I didn't have the microphone in the video. But in my games, sometimes I would have a custom noun. Instead of saying play game, it would say play experience. So that's what the custom noun does.
So yeah, just more customization. Uh, and then visibility, you can temporarily make this a draft. I think it's forcing draft because, oh no, I just haven't saved yet. So yeah, once you finish your project, this is important. I'd forgotten about this. Once you have finished your project, it does require you to do draft, at least initially. But after you have saved and viewed the page, which I will show here, and I will click that, boom. Welcome to your games page. Got it. Wow, what an awesome game page. Uh, but you'll see up here that it is a draft with a secret URL. But you can go in here and where even is the button to edit?
Edit game on the top left.
Thank you. So if you click edit game, then now you can go down and you can click public and you can save again, which you need to do if you are submitting this. Because you need to be able to, for people to see your game after you have submitted it. But yeah, click save wherever you want on the thing, and then click view page. And now it needs a minute, but now it is up and it's published. It said published in green in the top. That's how you know you did good, is when it tells you that your game is published. Um, but after your game has been published, again, same whole screen in here. As we said before, you can go in, you can edit absolutely everything. You can add a devlog. You can check your analytics. You can distribute to things. I think this is just for changing a bunch of colors. You can customize your itch.io page all you want. Uh, then after you do that, then you're going to want to go to your jams, which for us, I need to go to here, game jams. Here we go. And you're going to want to click join jam. Oh, if you haven't already done that, you can click that whenever you want. It'll just put your account in the jam and that's it, period. But then the big join jam button becomes a big submit your project button. Once you do that, there it'll show a list of all your games. You select the one that you are planning to submit and have made the page for, and you click submit. Now, there is a button here after you have joined, if you have not made a page for it, to click upload game. But in doing so, you're going to go through the exact same process I just showed you. And that can often lead to the issue of, oh, I clicked upload and then I saved the end, but it might have been saved as a draft. So it might not properly be uploaded. We have had that issue before. Um, So yeah, it's best to just externally make the project and then submit it separately. So click submit, boom, your project's been submitted. See all submissions. Wow, it's the only game submitted to the jam. That's crazy. Uh, it's because there's 2 weeks left. I rushed this. I didn't make a good game. Anyway, as you can see, it is now up there with, as I showed before, profile picture, name. It is who made the game here, and then the tagline description or whatever. And then if you click on it, it will open up the bigger page. Which this is specifically for the submissions page. If you've uploaded a PNG to anything before, you can upload an image for your game.
Size and what does it look like?
That is true. You can specify sizes here. I will pull that up just for you. All right. As per our wonderful vice president's request, we are going to upload a screenshot. And also just for the sake of like uh oh gosh, what am I pressing? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Submission page. This is different from what your actual game page is. This is the page specific to submissions. It will still show all your stuff, and we'll come back to this page in a minute once we have the profile picture, but it has the same information. It shows who's submitting it, etc. These buttons are only for us as the hosts of the jam, where we can say we don't want your game to be included, but we're not going to do that. But then you can play it by going to the actual itch.io page, or you can also go to the game page. Both of them work. And then this is also where you'll see any comments if they get left on your project by people who played it, rated it, etc. But right now ratings are disabled because the jam isn't over. So, but here, let's go to the game page, which again, for us as the creators of this page, allows us to go up and edit it. So we're going to go in here, we're going to upload cover image, and it's going to prompt me to upload a cover image. Boom, bam. Wow, awesome image. So we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that, and then we're gonna go back to the jams. Uh, why is it so hard to find game jams? Oh yeah, I know. Oh, I forgot about that. It shows your submissions once you've actually done it, and it shows all your information. So it'll update you whenever there's new comments, it'll update you whenever there's new ratings, so you can check all your stuff. We go back to view submission. Boom, this profile picture. It's up there. Isn't that so much cooler?
And you can also click the submissions of the game jam, and it'll show the image as.
I will do that just for you as well. So there you go. Oh, it doesn't even show it. That's unfortunate.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Took its time.
There you go. So yes, and now, what if you submitted a game to the jam and you go, "Oh no, I shouldn't have submitted that game to the jam for some reason." Don't worry, you can go in and you can delete your project, and in doing so, you're going to go to dashboard, I assume. Yeah, because you just need to go to here and you need to click edit and you can go in and delete this somewhere. Boom, there's your little delete game button, which we're gonna do because this game doesn't exist because it's not real. So we're gonna delete the game. Oh no, we have no more games anymore. We have no more projects. But we can go back here to the jam and we can click on it and we can leave the jam because we are not participating in it. And now there is literally no submissions page because there are no submissions. And so that is how to make an itch.io page, upload a bunch of stuff to it, realize that it's not real, and delete it. So one thing I did not specify because we can't do it really because we don't have the people to set it up. But if you are making a game with more than one person, you do need to specify who is working on the game with all the different accounts. To explain why this is because if, for example, 7 people worked on a game for some reason and it gets uploaded by one person under one person's account, the other 6 people can go in and then all individually rate that game. Now, our just kind of spoken rule is if you're going to go in and you're going to rate a game for this jam, rate all of the games. Because you can go in and you can just rate, everyone can rate one game, and then that game has all the highest ratings because it's the only one people rated. But if you go in and you rate every person's game, then it's more evenly distributed. It's a proper reflection of the scores for the jam. And, there's not that many. We only have 9 people joining. Game Jam games take like 5 minutes max to play usually, unless someone added a ton of dialogue, which is also fine. It's not a big deal. Set aside an hour and play some fun games and give them nice ratings and give cool feedback. Anyway, if you are making a game with multiple people, you need to add them as admins to the itch.io page. I forget where exactly that is but I believe if you're uploading a new project, you are able to specify um admins. Oh, it's after you've already done it. I'm okay. Hold on.
Do it
Quick
again.
quick intermission making fake game again. Distribute, interact more. Yes, admins. Here you go. Um, so you can add specific people's username or their itch.io profile, which everyone has one of these. If you have an itch.io account, even if you haven't uploaded a game, you have a itch.io profile link. So you can go find that, but you do need to have an account to rate games. Am I right about that? I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Yeah.
So if you have made a game with a group and you were not the one making the post and the submission, you need to go in and you need to have the person who did make it put in your username and click add admin. It'll email you a link. You just click that link and it will add you as an admin, and you can no longer rate your own game that you made in the submissions because you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be other people playing them and giving them their own rating, but you can play all the other ones and it's great. So that's just very important. That's arguably the most important step for these jams where we encourage group work for people who want to. And there's also solo devs. So when you have that was the word dichotomy, where you have the mix of solo devs and group devs. We want to make sure everyone has an equal chance to get good scores. Even though it's not about scores, there is nothing on the line except for a Discord role and a 3D printed coin. So that's it. Anyways, are there any questions about that or specifics or anything? All right. Well, if you are watching this video in the future that we're going to upload to our YouTube this weekend, feel free to message us on Discord or send a message in the Discord server itself asking questions if you have them. Um, and yeah, make games, make awesome games, make cool projects. If not for this jam, for jams in the future, and if not for a jam at all, for yourself to make something cool.